welcome to one and all present here. Myself Lubna and my friend Sita to on air to host for the Doctor's Day celebration. July 1st is the day to express our gratitude to the real life heroes in white coats. We will start our celebration with the blessings of Almighty. So I request everyone to rise up for the invocation. Be seated. It is with immense pleasure and great honor that I stand before you today to extend a heartfelt welcome to each and everyone present here. This is indeed an occasion and your presence makes it even more special. First and foremost, we are incredibly privileged to have with us our chief guest Dr. P. Amal Johnson sir. Welcome sir. Next, I would like to extend a very special welcome to the guiding light of our institution, our principal sir, Dr. T.P. Shashakti Balan sir. Heartily welcome to our dedicated teachers and finally to our vibrant and enthusiastic students, the very heart and soul of our school. Welcome to each one of you. Your energy, curiosity and eagerness to learn what makes our school a lively and dynamic place. Thank you.
Hope we are all comfortable. Right. If you are not comfortable, we have to go to doctor, right? Now can you sit down? Please sit comfortably. My dear friends, in 3 years back I know that there is a thing called COVID which make every one of us to get house arrested. Have you all experienced that? You enjoyed, There is no schooling, no homework, nothing else. Right? We're all enjoying the staying inside the home. Right? Same thing for me too. But fortunately or unfortunately, four were in my family at the time. All four we had COVID. We have been locked in the different rooms. We cannot meet each other. A very difficult situation and we cannot go out. That was the time that our CEO called me and was asking about my wellness. Then he said, we have a wonderful doctor with us, Dr. Amal Johnson. Come to clinic immediately. He sent a vehicle and I went with my son. I met sir. With a lot of fear I went. I did not know that what will happen to my son. But after checking that, he said, nothing, just follow this tablet. Within few minutes, he has finished that his observation and diagnosis. Such a brilliant doctor, Dr. Amal Johnson. When I had an informal talk with him, I could understand that yes, the people can go to the greater height if you have a great passion in you, one. And you have a fire in you that you want to be. Interestingly, if I'm looking back, I'm a graduate of zoology, that is animal science. Because at that time I was told that if I finish my animal science, that is in zoology, I can have a direct entry into the MBBS, lateral entry or something else. So I put all my effort, and I was a first class graduate and distinction in my BSc zoology. But after that, my family took a different turn. I asked my father that what I am trying to tell you is, yes, I had an idea to become a doctor, but I did not know how to become a doctor. Right? But you have a lot of opportunities here. Many of you have taken this physics, chemistry, biology group with an idea to become a doctor in future. But there is a person who is standing before you in the name of need, threatening you. And that will become easy only when you have a capacity to clear that need, isn't it? So today is a doctor's day. We used to call ourselves the teachers as doing a noble profession. But I am not ready to accept it. Only the doctors are noblest than anything else, because they are the one who is ready to sacrifice anything at any time. They are the one who can give us life without expecting anything, right? Putting that as a commitment. That's what Dr. Amal Johnson is sitting before us. He's an interventional pulmonologist in Billroth Hospitals. Morning onwards he is working there. Immediately when we made our request, he said, yes, 1 hour I will come and address our children. So immediately after this, he has to run back to his hospital and to comfort the patients with ailments. There are various branches of medicines are there, and very peculiarly he has chosen that pulmonology. He will tell you that story, how he has been very much attracted towards this, because pranayama, right, lungs matters a lot. And he has been associated with our Jupiter Hospital for years. And with a lot of pride I will say that he is our school parent too. With that introduction, a person, even though he seems to be very young, his commitment and other things I always admired, not only me, our CEO and our Dr. Madam, we have admired him for his greatness and brilliance. We are really blessed to have him here to address all of us during this wonderful Doctor's Day. Let me join with all of you, with our management, to welcome Dr. Amal Johnson, sir. Thank you for spending your valuable time. This day is going to be a valuable day for us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request sir.
Papers in international journals and everything. So he's an apt person to honor our future research scholars.
Give a big round of applause.
At the outset, I would like to sincerely thank management for providing me this opportunity and for the kind words of So, I am a pulmonologist. Pulmonologist, somebody can tell. A specialist for lungs. Yes, correct. That's nice. So, I would like to, put this talk in a topic that is a purposeful journey. Purposeful journey is that talk I want to give on. First, starting with myself. I am from a middle class family. I particularly wanted this talk to be spontaneous and from my heart. I don't want it to be mechanical and everything. So that as a senior, will be able to share my personal views on how it became so and so. So if you take my family, Parambuda, so schooling எல்லாமே Parambuda, middle class family, public transport la da povom. So every time வந்து monthly fees our parents used to really struggle with borrow steal, used to pay for fees. So every year was a struggle. Somehow completed MBBS, somehow completed my plus 2. Up to plus 2, I only had only one point, only one intention. That is, whatever I want to do, I want to become the best. Whatever I do, I will be the best. That is my only one intention. So studies, if you take, I really excel because I am a very how can I say? I take personal pride in particularly myself. I want to become the first and I want to be the best in whatever I do. So I did not even think that there is a first rank or a second rank or something like that. If there are 100 marks, I want to get the 100 marks. So adula 97, 98 vaangita I used to feel okay, we have missed 2-3 marks here, we should improve. So in the idea irukumbodhu people thought that I was basically insane because you are fixing an unrealistic target for myself, and I never took success or something very personally. So if I am going to appear for a particular exam, I am getting the first rank. Rombo personal, I never used to feel. I used to immediately move on to the next thing. Okay, next thing going on. So pure intention that I really finished my plus 2 in flying colors, got good marks. அப்போ நான் படிக்கும்போது there was no particularly MBBS entrance. People took us after the plus 2 marks only. I got good marks and everything, school first all vaangiyachu. So but I never had a personal interest to become a MBBS. Doctor ஆகணும் intention la indhe கிடையாது. So once the plus 2 got over, got ranked and everything. Appo my parents actually told me there are multiple opportunities for you to become doctor and we will be happy. That is what they told. So seeing their wish, so they put me in a proper school, they provided me everything and everything as a thanksgiving purpose that we got into MBBS. But நீங்களா you are already prepared to become MBBS doctors. It's great. டாக்டர் அவனே இப்போ எவ்வளோ பேர் பிளான் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, அவனை எப்படி இருக்கணும், அவனை எப்படி வாண்ட் டு பிகம் டாக்டர்ஸ் கை தூக்கிங்க எல்லாரும் கிரேட் கை தூக்காத ஒரு ஆள் தான் நான். I never had a plan to become a doctor or anything. So இது ஒரு குட்டும் இருக்கு பேடும் இருக்கு. உங்களுக்கு குட் இன் த சென்ஸ் என்னன்னா you will have the focus. ஸோ எவ்வளோ சீக்கிரம் அந்த ஃபோக்கஸ் வந்துருச்சுன்னா you will be preparing accordingly. And then the plus 2 அப்புறம் தான் இந்த தாட்டே வந்து then I got into MBBS and everything. So MBBS I had the same policy. I wanted to become the best. I wanted to be the first. Unfortunately or fortunately, that policy did not work. If you go into MBBS, you are not the only one who is supposed to be the best. There are 100 students who are as equal or better than me. Sitting in your அதே hall, the same hall. So even passing is very difficult there. I failed in my first exam, got only 20 marks out of 100. I felt really bad. Until now I never even failed, never even got a second rank or anything. Suddenly I failed quite badly. I was really shattered. Again அப்போ எல்லாரும் நம்ம ஸ்டேயிங்லாம் யாரும் வந்து போகிறதுலாம் கிடையாது இல்லையா, டேஸ் காலர்லாம் கிடையாது, ஹாஸ்டலில் இருந்தான். So I went back to my room. Two other people are sitting with me. They are also very good. They also failed. So அவங்க வந்து என்ன சொல்றாங்க, you failed, I also failed. அவரும் சொல்றாரு, நானும் ஃபெயில் ஆயிட்டேன். சரி வாங்க போயிட்டு நம்ம வந்து டீ குடிச்சிட்டு ஸ்நாக்ஸ் சாப்பிடலாம். That's all. That conversation got over. So MBBS வந்து தான் I understood what a failure means and how to handle a failure. Utmost ஒரு simplicity, utmost simplicity with utmost grace. Nowadays people are very sensitive to failures. They don't like failing, and they don't like somebody telling that you are bad. So until that point I never even understood that what failure is, how to handle failure. My MBBS only taught me how to handle failure, and from that point I only became better. So I kind of totally understood myself. இவ்வளோ நாளாக நம்ம எப்படி படிச்சுட்டு இருந்தோம், how was the methodology and everything. Maybe we should totally change it, revisit it. We should try to be better. So I started getting many points and how to prepare from my seniors, colleagues, everything, and only then I have become better. So until I completed my 5 years of MBBS, again அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணலாம், will I be a proper doctor, will I perform well, there's so much of competition lying around, all are doing well, will I be able to stand out, and நிறைய doubts, apprehensions, everything was there. But when I completed my 5 years of MBBS, I understood that I am having a passion for pulmonology. With so many years, I only had that fire and personal interest towards pulmonology. That is the only time, I think, in my entire life I thought I personally liked something. Until then, whatever is being provided to me, I will simply take it. There is no personal predilection for something. வேணும் வேணாம் எனக்கு பிடிச்சிருக்கு அந்த மாதிரிலாம் ஒன்றுமே கிடையாது. அப்போ தான் I understood that I am having this personal interest. So அப்போ I started seeing people, meeting people, talking with people, how to proceed in this field, what are the pros and cons and everything. Appo pulmonology was not a very attractive field. Cardiology, very attractive field. Big doctors were there, all getting big salaries, big prominence, coming in TV, paper, everything. The surgeons were like that. They used to come in TV, paper. Pulmonologist, nobody even understood. My parents asked, oh, இதுக்குலாம் ஒரு ஸ்பெஷாலிட்டி இருக்கா லங்ஸ்க்குலாம் அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்க. It was very disappointing. Then I thought that okay, nobody understood it. Nobody is even thinking. எல்லாரும் என்ன கேட்பாங்க, you are actually very good, why you want to go into this? இதோ பெரிய தப்பு பண்ண போகிறோம் கேட்பாங்க. So அப்போ once I finished my MBBS, then அப்போ pros and cons வந்து think பண்ணி பார்க்க, I was coming to a conclusion that this is my passion. Whether I become successful or not, I am going to pursue it. In the career, it is not about being famous, making more and more money. I am going to do what I like. That's it. Because I have always been success throughout my life and everything up to that point. அதுக்கப்புறம் success does not matter to me. At some point, இதுதான் என்னோட விஷன் சொல்லி I have told my parents. They became very sad. Pulmonologists, many are telling that TB patients you are going to see, you are going to get TB infection down the line. Already you are very lean. If TB happens, how will you make it? You may die. All these things they will say. That is their thinking as parents and family members. Then I prepared for my PG. Only then I kind of understood that there are only few in terms of seats in the country for for pursuing a pulmonology post graduation. Then when I prepared for my PG NEET, around 2 lakh people who are very good finished MBBS are preparing for the same thing, and there are only 50 seats. I wanted to pursue pulmonology only in the best hospital, Apollo Hospital, Queens Road. There are only 2 seats. If you take only the first 2 ranks, you will get only first 2 ranks. Imagine there are only 2 seats. You get only the first 2 ranks, you will get. So that time you might not even think, you might not even imagine how hard I tried. How hard I tried. I did not take even one day of leave in my 1 year period. No leave, no time for rest, nothing. I just prepared like a madman. I made sure that I made use of that 1 year period, like basically anything, and I thought through finally. So after I thought through, I went to the counseling. Again, the counseling people are asking the same question: do you really want to do this? Are you interested? You are having, I got a better rank. So you are having any other opportunities, radiology, pediatrics, why you want to do this? Not much of scope and everything. Nobody even understands, nobody even recognizes this specialty is there. How many patients you will see, this, that. Nothing doing, I'm going to go for this. I have decided, that's it. So after I got into pulmonology, after I got into post-graduation Apollo, then things have taken a totally different turn altogether. I trained with all the best people in the country, doyens in the country, very, very motivated, inspirational people. And during my post-graduation also, because I got into a pulmonology field which I was very passionate about, which I personally liked very much. So I worked really hard. I was pushing all the barriers and everything. Wherever I've gone, I performed well. So once I finished my post-graduation, I was one of the best postgraduates coming from that institution. So this is what is my personal history. So I would like to tell the same thing to you. See, if you take this one crowd of 150 people, all might not be extremely smart. There will be 10 or 15 people who are very smart, getting all the best ranks and everything. But I would say that MBBS is for everyone, provided you have the mindset. Hard work is the most important thing here. You work hard, if you plan well, if you are thinking that once I pass this particular exam, only then I will be able to take rest peacefully. You should have that mindset. Only then you can actually So NEET only you can think like this. If I am not good enough to pass this, maybe I am not fit enough to become a MBBS doctor. You think like that. You don't think that there are so much of politics behind this. Tamil Nadu wants, Tamil Nadu doesn't want. Our people are mentioning that our students might not have that much skill and everything for passing this exam and everything. It is not at all true. It is not at all true. Our people are really having the skill, the talent, knowledge and everything. And you are having the preparation methodology of your teachers are there, to teach you, guide you and everything. Of course you can pass. So you will know, in terms of second thoughts about it. You can do it. Provided you have the mindset and you can push yourself to a certain extent. You can do it. See, I have thought like once. I was studying in the school for a few hours, 3 to 4 hours like that. Then I was preparing in my post-graduation days, like 12 hours to 24 hours. And if you think like that, நானே திங்க் பண்ணி பார்த்தேன், ஒரு நாள் நம்மளால படிக்க முடியுமா? ஒரு 4 hours okay, 6 hours okay, 10 hours okay. Can you study for 24 hours? Possible. நான் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். I have done for actually days together. You can do that. You can push yourself to an extreme level, provided you have the passion and the target. That is the most important thing. If you don't have the target and that motivation, and you try to underestimate yourself, I will have dinner, I will have snacks, I will take rest, Sunday leave, I will watch one movie. Like that, if you think, somebody will definitely beat you, and you have only one person to blame, and that is you. You are not pushing enough to achieve that target. You see all the best people in terms of top rankers, they really struggle hard. Nobody is that much talented that they have done only few hours of work and they passed, they got it. Nobody has told like that. Nobody will actually tell like that. Everybody has really struggled. Everybody has worked hard to come up to this position, and that applies to everyone. Okay. Sometimes so much of pressure from parents, from myself, from the teachers. This word pressure is misused term nowadays. Nobody is that much pressurized at all. You just have to balance yourself in such a way that you are able to accommodate everything during your schedule. If you take me, I am almost I don't have any leave. I am almost working all the days. There is no leave. Even on Sundays I am working. Every day I am working for minimum 12 hours to 14 hours. Daily I am working. And I am managing myself for many years. So it is possible. Provided that you are having that mindset and the passion. See this medical field, this field being a MBBS doctor and everything, might sound very catchy, very proud. Everyone in the family will praise you. This, that. It is not a very simple job, white collar job. It doesn't have any fixed hours. It is only going to mentally and physically push you harder and harder. Money is not the first thing here. If you are thinking about earning money soon, you have to select some other job, not this chartered accountant or something. This field, you have to really work hard, and we are not thinking about money at all here. That will come parallelly. We are all the time thinking about patients only, how to make them better. How many patients we can see in a particular day. Those things are only in our mind. And there is something called as Japanese there is an ikigai. That is the purpose of life. Ikigai means the purpose of life. Ikigai can be picked up in your very early days in your school, in your college, after finishing college, after starting work also, but it should come at some point. Ikigai is not there, the purpose of life is not there. You are not going to improve yourself at all. You are just going to be somebody who is not going to be recognized. Nobody, I would say. You are going to be a nobody. The purpose of life is Ikigai is there. Then your focus, target, all your energy, both physical and mental, everything will be targeted towards only that. And you will definitely improve. There is something called as Kaizen. The Kaizen means continual improvement. That is also there. So if you take today also, I have actually read for 1 hour. If you take today, I am actually daily reading. After finishing MBBS, after finishing post-graduation, after finishing my fellowship, I'm a super specialist now. Still I am reading for daily 1 hour. This must be there. Only then you can be better than your colleagues, peers, and daily you should read. Daily you should understand about how you can manage your patients in a better way. All this reading, I think all this effort, everything is for making the patients better and transforming their lives. Only in this field you can actually touch somebody's life and make them physically and mentally better. Daily I am seeing at least one patient coming back to me to say that after seeing me I have become better. So this is what I want. This is what I want to hear on a daily basis. Without this, I don't want to sleep. Somebody has to come back and tell me that they have become better with all the medicines, whatever I have provided, and that is because of me. So this much I want to be very particular. I think you should also train. You also being a specialist, being an MBBS doctor means only this. You are going to meet more and more people, you are going to touch more and more people's life, and it's going to be a pleasant journey moving forward if you are going to be like this. That's what I wanted to say. And regarding preparing for NEET, I want to tell a few points. I think by this time many must have seen the preparatory manual, syllabus and everything, how to prepare, what to prepare and everything. I think you can stick yourself to one thing. Need not be thinking what your friends are preparing, what your friends are studying and everything. When I prepared for my NEET PG, many of my friends were preparing for 2 years, 3 years, and they were failing repeatedly. And when I actually gave the exam, they were telling the same thing to me. It is not possible to pass in only one attempt, you might take 2-3 attempts. But I passed in first attempt only. So, the confidence is very, very important. Don't even sit with one person who is telling like this. You cannot pass in one attempt. You will need 2-3 attempts. It is very difficult. Preparation is very difficult at the moment. Only positivity. You have to believe in yourself. You have to think that the syllabus is so and so. I will prepare in my own way. If you take like that, so your friend or your family members might tell that study in the morning, study in the evening, study at night, this that. Whichever actually suits you will be better. I am not a morning person. I prefer studying at night. This is your comfort. Thing is good or bad. So whichever actually suits you well, that should be adopted. That the method only you know. Nobody else can tell. You have to form yourself comfortable situation, timing and everything, and you can prepare accordingly. And then study materials also. Sometimes people tend to have massive study materials. They are not able to revise at all. You can have short notes, handwritten notes. Even now I have notes. Everybody can have one short notes, so that it will be simpler to see back, revise and everything. But try not to have massive material for studying, not be able to see back later. Revision is very important, I would say. When I was preparing for my PG NEET also, I used to daily revise. I used to study for 10 hours and then see the same topics for 2 to 3 hours a day. without revision it is not possible for you to retain whatever you have actually read and everything. Our mind is not like a scanner machine. You go through the paper and it is going through your mind. You have to read 1 time, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. Only then you will be able to understand it better, and then you will be able to retain it also better. But once if you have this habit of preparing, then it will be better for you. You will be able to adapt it, and you will be able to move forward also. It will not be very impractical. This is practical. You can do it. Okay? You are going to study for example 1 or 2 hours. Try to as much as possible revise for 15 minutes. That will be a ideal time for you to see back whatever you have read. See, sometimes when you are thinking about it, reading, if you are going to read for 1 hour means you might not be in your utmost concentration for that 1 hour. You will be in full concentration for 40-50 minutes, and 10 minutes you go away. You will be thinking about what you are going to eat, those things. Okay. So when you try to revise, then it will be better. Madam, wanted to say something? Madam. And you have to stay mentally and physically fit. That is also important. Mentally fit means daily morning I used to have space for myself. I used to go to my terrace and spend 15 minutes for myself. I will not do anything. I will just put my mind blank, not take a normal walk in my terrace. That's it. So this is like a break for your brain. Daily morning when you get up, you have this habit. Best things can happen. I think I have had some of my excellent ideas during that period. So daily morning, you can take a 15 minutes break, switch off whatever you are doing, and try to have a 15 minutes walk in your parking or your terrace or something. So that will make you physically better and mentally also better. So during that period, all your tension, apprehensions, thinking, everything will become stable. And once you start after that, you will be able to perform better. That's what is my personal experience. And I want to share that same thing. And also, eating habits. That is very important. You have to stick to one time. Breakfast I will have this time, lunch I will have this time, dinner I will have this time. You cannot be, eating in your own time. One day I will have dinner at 7 o'clock, another day I will have it at 10 o'clock. Midnight I will have some snacks. Morning I will have something to eat, junk food. If you are thinking like that, eating habits or erratic means, your body will not be able to understand. Your body is like a biological clock. It's like a machine. For example, when you put in food at that particular time, then your body will be able to secrete all the hormones, enzymes, everything, so as to digest it. Digest it. You are starting to take food in periods where the body is not able to understand, erratic. Then your digestion also will be erratic. That is most important for your brain. You cannot be thinking when your stomach is gurgling all the time. So try to have proper healthy eating habits. Try to take fruits, vegetables, proteins, rather than sticking to carbohydrates. I don't take carbohydrates much because it makes me sleepy. Very simple. But proteins provide you that much energy for your brain as well as for your body to be physically active and everything. So if you are not able to take care of your physical health, mental health, and then along with eating habits, you cannot do anything. You cannot study like this. You cannot push yourself harder. That has to be taken care of. That's a must. And appear for preparative exams, mock exams as we call it. You put yourself to test more and more often. When I was preparing for my PGD, I used to take 15 days once. There is a test center which conducted simulatory test. So every 15 days I used to have that feel of how to appear for a proper exam. The 3 hours period, that time constraint, and same amount of energy in a question. All these things I kind of understood when I was preparing for my PG exam, that mock exam. Actually helped me a lot. So when I was appearing for my proper exam, real exam, I did not have that fear, and I was prepared myself well, both physically, mentally, everything. This 3 hours are going to be like this. I am going to plan accordingly. So questions I will complete within so time. One question, 1 minute means 1 minute. What are the things I should do? All these things has to be pre-planned. Only with pre-planning we will be able to finish that full exam. In that period, and then you will be able to come up with better answers also. Your thinking has to be very precise, because the time limit is like that. Cannot be having so much of time. So these are all the things I wanted to tell particularly. So finally, in conclusion, I want to tell only this. So if you are going to appear for MBBS exam, the first focus has to be there. You have to make yourself prepared both mentally and physically, and the target has to be there, and the preparation has to be planned, and with proper planning and hard work. If you are having that average smartness also, you will be able to crack. You will be able to perform well. And one more thing, a failure means that is not the end. It is actually the beginning. If you fail multiple times and you succeed, only then the taste of success will be sweet. If you pass in the first attempt, you will not be able to understand what actually that success means. I have faced this. Getting failed multiple times and actually finally do it will be feeling great. I would like to say the same thing to you. Thank you for this opportunity. I think I have finished on time. It will not take much of time. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any questions regarding preparation, you can ask. If you have any questions, any students have any questions?
For revision, how much days before we need to start our revision for me?
Daily revision, that is what I will say.
Daily revision after completing all the 11th and 12th concepts, when we need to start?
See, that preparation you have to plan in prior. So if you are preparing for example, 1 year period, then the revision has to be in 20% to that. You can take 2 months. If you are preparing for 1 year, then you have to see all the subjects. I think that might take 1 or 2 months, depending on your convenience and depending on your confidence. Sometimes you may not feel very confident. At times you might take some more in terms of period for revision. Might take 3 months or so. But I would say ideally 2 months would be great.
Sir, actually during if you are in the NEET exam on the hall, will get tension, right? So that time what can you do?
That's what I'm telling. See, you have to appear yourself and try to do as much practice exams as possible. If you take practice exams at least once in 15 days or once in a week, if you are going to sit in the final exam, you won't even feel like it is a final exam. The mindset will not be there. You are already tuned to it. The tension and all will not be there. The only thing you will be thinking is, can I manage this 3-hour period without going to the loo? That is the only thing you will be thinking. Other things will not come to your mind.
Thank you,
You
sir.
will be so much prepared.
Actually, if you are preparing for the NEET exam and you told if you are studying for 24 hours or 12 hours, so if you won't get proper sleep, right, how do you manage?
Yes. So that that is one of the problems when you are preparing for long hours, definitely. Then sleep is a concern. I would ideally say that after all these years, after sacrificing so many years of sleep, so many hours of sleep, I can actually tell that 5 to 6 hours of sleep, proper sleep, more than enough. 5 to 6 hours of sleep is more than enough. You can have a full sleep cycle. Beyond that means it is kind of comfort zone. You are going to sleep for 7-8 hours, that is only a comfort. And if you are going to sleep for less than 5 hours, it's definitely going to affect your physical health. It might not be apparently visible at that point, but after many years it will affect your physical health dramatically. So I would ideally say that you can sleep for 5 to 6 hours. That will be good when you are preparing like really hard and preparing well. That time you can see that also depends on your confidence. When you are not confident about preparing, even that 5-6 hours you won't get sleep. You will be just like that in the bedroom. You will be thinking about the next day. What can I do the next day? How can I study for the next day? So these are all things I have also done. I have tried to sleep for the 5-6 hours, but I couldn't sleep because there was so much of thought process going on in your mind. It is very difficult to immediately unplug everything and sleep. So 6 hours of sleep will be great, provided you have the physical and the mental strength and everything to push yourself forward.
Thank you, sir.
So being a busy doctor, did it affect your social life, sir? If so, how did you balance your social life and your profession?
Not at all. See, my social life is only built on my people. So my social life is only about meeting people to make myself better as a pulmonologist, as a person, in both physical and mental. So those things are. Family life is always there. You can spend quality time with your family. I'm not talking about quantity. You can be in your house, sleep for one day. It is not quality life, quality family time. You spend 2-3 hours with your family, you are able to completely, if you dedicate that particular time for your family, take them out, take them to the church or temple, talk with them without much of, then it will be better. Social life doesn't get affected. My colleagues are there. I am always in touch with them. I see everything in terms of movies. I will listen to songs. My social life is not at all gotten affected. You have to balance yourself in such a way. You have plenty of time actually. Sometimes you have plenty of time, and most of the time is being wasted by talking about others, doing unwanted things. You are able to invest that time for this. If you consider time as property, as in terms of you are having 1,000 rupees with you, means how will you spend it properly? Currency money, you have to see your personal time. How in terms of productive are you? I mean, how you can always whatever you feel like doing in your social life, but make it positive and productive. So that is.
Sir, from medicine group. So children are getting colds, so they are affected by cold. So how to identify whether they are affected due to allergies or by viral fever, sir?
See, viral fever means that the terminal victim has a fever. Viral fever patients will have high grade fever, body pains, throat pain, all these things will be there. Dehydration, it will be, it will be for a period of 3 to 5 days max, and it will become better, self-limiting. But if you take people have allergy, they will have symptoms which is persistent, prolonged, and they will have flare-ups also in between. So they will be all the time having sneezing, running nose, cold, cough, this that. Not at all improved. Those kind of people, they might need some more testing, and family members also might have cold and cough and everything. The father or the mother is congenital, genetic predisposition, allergy. So, depending on this, you will be able to find out that this person is having allergy or is having viral fever. Viral fever can occur for anyone, but cold and cough only a certain person who is having a hyper responsiveness to all kinds of stimulus, smoke or dust or pollution. Those kind of people only when that offending allergen comes to their face, after which they will get cold, cough. They will not have it all the time. Only when that cold, only when that smoke and dust gets to their face, then they will have all the symptoms. They can find out quite easily. Can even self-evaluate yourself. Am I having all these problems? Then you might have allergy.
Is very common in old age people nowadays. So how to
Accumulation
overcome
of fluid where?
fluid in lungs?
In lungs, so pulmonary edema. Okay.
So how to overcome that, sir?
See, pulmonary edema is basically fluid, inside the lungs. It is a very specific condition. Pulmonary edema can happen, particularly elderly, like you told, very good. So it can happen with people with heart disease, can happen heart patient with long-standing problems in the lung, kidney, liver, all this. It is actually a consequence of one primary problem happening somewhere else. So we have to manage the underlying problem. What is the problem that person is having? Heart problem is that you have to manage it. Having problem with the kidney, you have to manage it. Problem with the liver, you have to manage it. And only when the fluid in the lungs will come out. It is like kaal adipata kanla thanni varum. Kanna kittu, kaala kittu. It's like that. It's only a consequence. When you manage the primary problem, this fluid will come down.
So, what are the challenges you face in your job, sir?
Yeah, challenges. There are 2, 3. First one is managing the time. See, it is not possible for you to plan your time all the time. Okay. Sometimes you will be having procedure, emergency patients, emergency calls from the hospital. Some patient might become sick. So, if you think like that, you are not having a fixed period for yourself. That scheduling is not there. I mean, could have under 6:30 one patient was there and there was an emergency. Then I had to immediately rush him. So I had to start at 5 o'clock in the morning. இதெல்லாம் நல்லா பிளான் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது டைமிங்ஸ் ஆர் வெரி மச் flexible. So you have to manage your time. That is one problem. So இப்போ நான் before நான் போய் கிளம்பி வந்துட்டேன்னா then all the my personal things, family chores, it has to be managed properly. I'll arrange for those things. So time management is a problem. So I try myself to as much as possible organize everything, and as much as possible have a plan, backup plan. In case there is an emergency, whom do we call? அந்த மாதிரி டைமில் யாராவது பார்த்துக்கணும். family or personal emergency. At the time, so all these things I have to plan. Time management is one. The second one is the patient thing. See, all the patients might not be very pleasant with you. Some might be very harsh. Some might not be very satisfied with your treatment approach. Some might think expensive. These hospital fees just without even understanding what is happening. So patient attendant suddenly they become physical, maybe even attacking. So the challenges. So we try to be pragmatic, prepared for it. Prepared in the sense, I as much as possible try to communicate with the patient family daily basis. Daily I will try to speak to the patient's family also. patient கிட்டே சொல்லணும், patient family கிட்டே சொல்லணும். So problem is that சொல்லிதான் அவங்க பண்ணிடுவோம், டெஸ்டிங் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் எல்லாம் பண்ணுவோம். எவ்வளோ நாள் இருப்பார் ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில், எவ்வளோ ஆகும் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ், அவர் இதுக்கப்புறம் எப்படி இருப்பார். All these things have to be explained properly and then convince the patient that இதுதான் ப்ராப்ளம், இதுதான் போகும் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் and everything. Otherwise, without proper communication, they will get agitated because they are not knowing what's happening. அப்படிதான் ஃபீல் பண்ணுறேன். Most of these problems what you will not see in the paper, they are not TV, doctor அடிச்சிட்டாங்க, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் அடிச்சிட்டாங்க, பேரலைஸ் பண்ணாங்க. Most things happen because of communication issues. When you are being properly communicative and you have that compassion for the patient family can actually sense it, your compassion. If the patient family and the patient is having the confidence in you that அதுக்கப்புறம் you can do whatever, no issues. Problem because and it is physically and mentally demanding also. I will not say that it is very simple. I am managing it very okay or nothing like that. Physically very demanding. Like also, sleep is lost at times. So, அப்போ நம்ம பிடிச்ச டைமில் வந்து பசிக்கும், சாப்பிட முடியாது, will be able to continuously work. ஸோ ஒரு ஃபேமிலி கமிட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும், வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஒரு ஃபேமிலி ஃபங்க்ஷன் இருக்கும், வில் பி ஏபிள் டு ரியலி ஃபுல்லி மிஸ் இட். பார்ட்டி கூட போக முடியாது, எவ்ரிபடி இந்த ஃபேமிலி ரியலி மிஸ் இட். நீங்கள் வரவே இல்லை, ஸோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன் நானும் வர மாட்டோம் அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன், அந்த மாதிரிலாம் வீட்டு போயிட்டு. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் இதெல்லாம் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குது. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து மென்டலி டிமாண்டிங், ஃபிசிக்கலி டிமாண்டிங். ட்ரைங் டு மேனேஜ் ஆல் going forward. And every day is a better day, I think.
Sir?
Pandemic period, being a pulmonologist, all the training doctors during the pandemic, they all, everybody had one, quarantine period where they were continuously working for 1 week and 1 week rest. 1 week working, 1 week rest. Alternative work for all specialists, MBBS doctors, everywhere. Only the pulmonologist I was working continuously without any quarantine. Because there were only few people who could provide that quality opinion, expert opinion. So I was continuously working without any quarantine. All family members were very tensed. COVID we were continuously working without any break. So disease exposure is very much high. I will tell one interesting story. COVID terminology understand பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி அப்போ வந்து SARS-CoV-2 அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அப்போ அது வந்து ஹிஸ்டாரிக்கலாக இருந்தது. I saw in TV, paper. மார்ச்ல pandemic was being announced. December, November is coming in the paper, TV that so conditions coming அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அப்போ one patient actually flew in from Indonesia and everything. So he actually having fever, breathing difficulty, everything. Upon I was being in Apollo Hospital. So the patient came to the emergency. As a pulmonologist, I was being called. CT பார்த்துட்டு and CT scan பார்த்துட்டு I told that this patient might have SARS-CoV-2 infection. He has to be isolated. அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு just put on note. I saw the patient, talked to the family, everything. Next day the patient died. So entire hospital, everyone was really concerned about me. This doctor actually seen this patient. That patient actually passed it. He might also contracted this. So, ஒரு 1 week எல்லாரும் நோட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்காங்க. No one even came near to me. I was being really isolated. So, 1 week அப்புறம் I actually survived and people were okay. This guy is not infectious after all the things. So, very scary for everyone. I was trying to find honey pot because our work is actually like that. Regardless of COVID or not, we are always seeing patients who are having severe infections, be it viral, bacterial, all these things, TB infection, all these things we are seeing. So we are not that much afraid to see patients and everything. But that panic got settled. So it was very tricky. So after that, if you go the pandemic period, then I was working continuously, seeing all patients, both having mild illness, major illness, very sick, being in the ventilator, everything. That time I kind of understood that it is not entirely in our hands. We are trying to treat everything and we are trying to understand this condition better way now. But many of the patients passed away. And I have personally seen during the pandemic around 5,000 plus patients. So I had mortality actually, if you consider 5,000 patients, around 1 or 2% of patients passed away. I was actually trying to be content that I was able to save the remaining. But I was feeling very sad that I was not able to save them all. So this was the scene. And then I think once the pandemic got over, everybody understood that pulmonology is actually some more than what they actually thought of. The importance also got increased. So this is what has actually happened during the pandemic period. Lockdown period, take the lockdown period, everybody was inside the house and everything. I used to go in the car. I was the only person going in the car. No traffic, no police also. Nobody was there. There was the only person going on the road. He said that only advantage is there is no traffic. You can easily go and come. I was working on all this Sundays, everything else. There was basically not even a single day of leave. And that has been a enriching experience. And the experience which I published treatment, in terms of management plan for the COVID infection. So that has gotten published in Pulmonology Association of Tamil Nadu. My personal experience, I was able to publish it. It has become a massive hit. It had contained all the points that doctors had to understand and know, and for pulmonologists also. It is still being used as a treatment manual for managing COVID infection. Okay, everything helps.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Preeti Sri to present the word of thanks.
Everyone, it is my honor and privilege to deliver the word of thanks on this special occasion of Doctors' Day, a day dedicated to honoring the real-life heroes in white coats who work tirelessly for our health and well-being. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the doctor profession across the world. You are the silent warriors who stand strong even in the most challenging time. And today, we salute your service. A sincere thanks to our special guest, Dr. Amal Johnson, sir, whose presence has added grace and meaning to this celebration. Your words have enlightened us and reminded us of the priceless role doctors play in society. Let us carry the message of today forward to respect, recognize and support our doctors, not just today but every day. Once again, thank you all and a very happy Doctors' Day.